Welcome to the Black Gay History Channel. Please like this video and subscribe to this channel for more captivating content. Rudy Ray Moore, aka Dolemite, was a popular African-American singer during the 50s and 60s and 70s and 80s, and was one of the most visible black stars during the 70s, particularly in the blaxploitation film era towards the end of the decade. Because of Dolemite's gangster, womanizing pimp persona, many of his fans tend to ignore the fact that Rudy Ray Moore was, at the very least, bisexual and more likely gay. Moore started his career working bartending and waiter jobs before transitioning into entertaining, gaining notoriety for singing country songs with soul, and gaining the nickname Harlem Hillbilly while living in New York. He would create the Dolemite character from stories he'd been told by the more charismatic friends and associates he had gained in bars and concert halls, and ultimately became Dolemite as his own performance and stage persona. Dolemite would record several singles and albums throughout the 50s and 60s, many of his tracks becoming popular for their raunchy sexual lyrics and machismo attitude. In the 1970s, Moore's Dolemite persona would bring him all the way to the movie screen, where Dolemite would become an icon in Black American cinematography. Dolemite's on-screen attitude would be of a streetwise pimp who cared for the people living in his community, ousting villains who were taking advantage of those who had the least. Dolemite would get several other movies throughout the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and Dolemite is still considered one of the most iconic black action heroes in film. Stanton LaVey, a longtime friend of Moore's, told the press it's very likely that Moore was gay, and created the machismo persona to conceal his gay romances. His longtime manager, Donald Randall, also told the press in 2012 that Moore had both sexual and romantic partners, that women and men. Like so many entertainers of the time period, Rudy Ray Moore felt his career couldn't withstand the public's disapproval of his truth. Considering that the film about his life came out in 2019 and still had no mention of his well-known bisexuality, makes it clear his truth should be more discussed more openly.